Hey friends, Ash here, welcome back to Gents. Hope you're well. Trying out a new camera angle here. Hope I'm not too close. Dog bit me there when I was a kid. Is this better? Just trying to get a, different angle, switch things up a little bit. Brody Brodingers, freshies, we all love them, except for the certified haters out there, of course. But we're not talking about fragrances that you or I love today. Oh, those are good too. We're talking about the certified lady killers. In a positive way, not in a bad way.
You are a bad boy.
Talking about the stuff the women enjoy smelling, yeah. All of these linked in the description. Let's just get started right away with this right here. This is a rando. Yeah, this is Legacy. Really interesting fragrance because when it first launched, nobody really cared about it. It was basically straight up crickets. Really the only place you could find it, at least initially, was airports, which by and large, not maybe the best feeling from that. Because I know for me and a lot of you out there, when a new fragrance is announced, a new product, and you go like, okay, cool, well, where can I get it? Where can I smell it? And they go, oh yeah, so that one, you're gonna have to be flying through a major airport internationally and step into chosen select duty-free stores, and you can find it there.
Why are you going to the airport? Flying somewhere?
It makes you go, oh, it probably sucks, because otherwise you would actually want people to be able to smell it, and you're kind of just hiding it away there, trying to get people to impulse buy it on their way through the airport after they've had a few airport beers. And that's kind of how this one popped out, at least initially. But then it did find its way out, it matriculated, it made its way to stores, and over time people got their nose on it, and it became sort of a sleeper. Now it's done by Quentin Bish and has some similarities to other fragrances that he's done. It has that familiar aquatic minerality to it, which makes sense because this is Legacy. It's basically a salty aquatic. It has a touch of sweetness, but it's not heavy-handed, not overdone like a lot of other things out there. And while, yeah, you can maybe draw some comparisons to, like I said, a few other fragrances that Quentin Bish has done, by and large, compared to like all the other summer scents out there that people are buying and wearing in mass, this one is really unique. And oh yeah, it lasts a long time, which you wouldn't expect at all because at discounters, pretty cheap. It's an eau de toilette and it's basically a type of aquatic, like I said. If you were making a checklist of ways to tell something is gonna be a terrible performer, those would all be on there. Okay, it's pretty cheap. It's an EDT. Water is one of the main notes. This stuff is gonna last 30 minutes. Nah, this lasts all day or night. Great little fragrance that flew under the radar for a long time. I don't have the new version of this, the new concentration that they came out with. So I do need to scoop that up. Probably do that over the next few weeks or so. But in the meantime, eau de toilette over here, killing it. Up next, Iced Cologne. Yes, the newest fragrance in the Y lineup, which really by and large with that whole lineup, you can reach for about anything you want. They're all gonna work. But Iced Cologne, this one right here, I was slightly trepidatious when it first came out. And I'll tell you why. They already came out with the summertime Y fragrance, which was Y Eau Fraiche, which as far as a summery looking bottle, really cool. Nice gradient, white matte finish at the bottom, light blue colored fragrance on the inside. It's clean. But this did not really take off. It was basically the redheaded stepchild of the Y lineup. And sometimes, for some reason, certain fragrance lines just don't really do that well with summer editions. Look at Stronger With You Only, Stronger With You Freeze. Those two are basically the two fragrances in the whole lineup where people collectively went, ah. So yeah, this one came out and I was like, we'll see. Turns out, freaking awesome. Real good. Especially if you like mint. And to be fair, you do need to like mint with this because it is a minty boy. Basically take that Y DNA, that fresh, sweet combination, mint that bad boy up, give it a nice green briskness off the top, but it cuts through the air perfectly. It gives you a nice, refreshing feeling when you spray it on, even cools the skin to an extent. Summertime, perfect, and women love it. But again, that's like the whole Y line. So, I mean, you can reach for any of them. Mykonos Reflection Man. Oh, it's actually just reflection. It's called that because the bottle is like a mirror. Actually, I don't know if that's the case, but I'm rolling with it. Little baby bottle, little 50 ml baby bottle, but with a killer atomizer. Jeez. Holy crap. The entire budget went to the atomizer and I guess the fragrance. I'll take it. This stuff is a bomb out of the atomizer. It's an extrait de parfum. It smells similar to Louis Vuitton Symphony. Nah, there it is. Happens every freaking time, man. But some of these atomizers, you spray it and you see it's like a whole freaking cloud. Like again, let's see. Yeah, it's just like a cloud. And it looks like it's dissipated. If you look close, it hasn't. But what happens is I step into it and start talking, and as I breathe, it just all goes into my mouth. I get mouth cancer from this. So when it comes to Louis Vuitton Symphony, there's also Cod Lodge Island Dreams. That one smells very nice as well. Between the two though, I think this one is better. It lasts longer, it projects much harder. And quality-wise, it's easily there with the Cod Lodge, if not above it. It's just very, very unassuming. This one had to scoop from JOMASHOP. It's available basically nowhere else, JOMASHOP and eBay. And then there are a bunch of other ones that they have that I've picked up from eBay that are really good that aren't on JOMASHOP. So I don't know what the deal is. They should get into Frag Flex, Perfume Box. They should just be getting this everywhere. But for now, at least this one is pretty easy to find. Summertime, absolutely killer. And just like the Louis Vuitton that it smells similar to, easy to wear whenever you want. Nice. Another newer one right here, dudes. Purple Melancholia. When you just desire that hit of melancholy in olfactive form, this one is the one to go for, I guess. It is purple because there is lavender in here. That's one of the main notes that you're gonna pick up. This is one that grows on you a bunch. It's got a nice coconutty kind of feel to it, a little tropical, fresh, sweet, slightly creamy. Past that, you also get a little bit of vanilla that comes out, even though I don't think it's an official note. There's also amberwood, there's cardamom. Spring, summer, fall, daytime or evening, this stuff works extremely well. And I will say, if you are after versatility with a blend of freshness and sweetness and a very high compliment factor, it's not really an official thing, compliment factor, but you know what I'm talking about, then the Valentino Uomo Born in Roma line, you can just about take your choice. Intense is amazing. Extra Dose is really good and strong. Coral Fantasy, Yellow Dream, all of those very, very safe. Even Green Stravaganza, which is not my favorite. Other people love that one. And that one isn't as sweet as the other one, so it can give you kind of a counterbalance. But yeah, the whole Valentino Uomo Born in Roma line, pretty safe choice. Okay, let's see. Let's go with this next. Rare Reef. This is Afnan. And this is quite affordable, as you would expect from an Afnan fragrance. And it also smells kind of similar to Louis Vuitton again. This one kind of playing in the Pacific chill side of the pool. So it's gonna remind you very much of that fragrance, though it's not like a direct one-to-one. It's definitely inspired by that one. Gonna get a ton of citrus, which a lot of the Louis Vuitton summertime fragrances do have a big old dose of different citrus notes, so this one no different. Orange, grapefruit, citron, mint, black currant. There's also apricot in here. You also have a little bit of fig, some aromatic notes, so it's very green, but also fruity, fresh, tart, brisk, all at once. Fantastic longevity, really solid projection, and you can find it for about 30 bones online. Just a killer deal with the Afnan. And bros, you already know the drill. Oh, I need to find something to give away today, guys. I'll figure it out. We'll do a giveaway. But codes. When you're looking for fragrances, you want to buy them from discounters if at all possible. Save yourself at least a little money. But yeah, I have codes for Fragflex, JOMASHOP, the Perfume Box, Beauty, House, and more. So anytime you shop these discounters, use these codes to save yourself a little extra cash. You can check them out. They all have different stuff, different prices, so you can contrast and compare, then drop those codes in to save a little extra. All right, this next one is one that I just love. Kind of matches the Mykonos over here. I should have put those side by side or something, but it's the new Ralph's Club New York. This one right here, alongside all these other fresh fragrances, This is not maybe as much of a standard summer fragrance as some of these others. So this one really you can wear year round. I'm talking any season, daytime or evening, this works. So it could potentially make an amazing signature scent. You know, that type of thing that you bust out just about every single day. It does have citrus off the top, but also black currant, which gives it a nice little twist. The black currant is not quite as biting as you might find in other fragrances that really feature that. This one is a little bit smoothed out, like a raisin version of a black currant, you know, just concentrated, a little sugary to an extent. You also have lavender in here, sandalwood, and vanilla, just a perfect everyday fragrance. Really, really, really good stuff. And Ralph Lauren, in general, especially at retail, cheaper than other big designer brands. And one other small little thing that I like to bring up is the size. This is not your standard 100 ml. It is 110. So they give you 10% more. Frankly, I would like to see other brands give 10% more, but I guess it would be a pretty big issue. They'd have to go and retool all their bottle sizes, and that's not gonna happen, but still good to see. Up next, a blue one. This is Legacy Maison Asrar. Really the first, I think, really big fragrance from the house. They had ones that were talked about before this one, but this is the one that really kind of broke them out to an extent. Smells similar to blue. Smells similar to Blue Talisman, only way more affordable. Yeah, it works. Big punch of pear off the top with this one that's gonna give it a very unique scent profile, especially compared to some of the more standard, you know, grapefruit, bergamot openings, which also smell great. Amazing staying power with this. Longevity is there, projection is there, quality for price out of control. Top-notch Blue Talisman alternative, one of the best. Acqua di Gio de Parfum Intense up next. You know I love Acqua di Gio. This is good. This is real good. I like it more than the EDP. It doesn't smell at all like the Eau de Parfum, but I'm still comparing it because, you know, this has Eau de Parfum in the name, so it's allowable. This smells like Acqua di Gio Absolute with a twist, essentially. Basically like they, you know, hired a lich that works for Giorgio Armani. You know, a necromancer, a warlock, bringing back fragrances from the dead. And they did that. They brought back Acqua di Gio Absolute. Not quite the exact same because, you know, some stuff happens with the whole reanimation process and, you know, some of the skin is falling off and all that. So it's not like the exact same, but when you look, you're like, pretty close. That's this, yeah. And so if you like Acqua di Gio Absolute, if you miss Acqua di Gio Absolute, if you missed Acqua di Gio Absolute when it first came out, this right here will scratch that itch for you. A nice blend of the minerality that Acqua di Gio has come to employ across its fragrance line, but with a nice sweet touch, a little sweet edge. And Acqua di Gio Absolute, in case you're unaware of that one, basically when it was first launched, people compared it to basically the smell of Acqua di Gio if it were mixed with something like Invictus by Paco Rabanne, kind of like that. So this is a little bit of a refreshing reanimation of that. I think this matches pretty well. You know, color scheme wise, that's pretty close. The Most Wanted, but this is the intense version, the Eau de Toilette Intense, which has an interesting note of oak moss liquor, or just moss liquor, which of course all my buddies and me, you know, anytime we're at a restaurant, any establishment, I'm like, hey, you got any of that liquor made of moss? I'm wearing shorts. That would be pretty good, thanks. Also, I don't do that. I don't pull a Captain Morgan stance. That would be weird. But that is a note in here. It's got a little booziness. A little bit like in the family of Myself, YSL Myself. It doesn't really smell anything like the other Most Wanted fragrances. So, you know, it is the Most Wanted in name, but if you have smelled the Parfum version or the original version of the Most Wanted, and then you smell this one, you're not gonna find too many similarities there. Fresh, aromatic, sweet, classy even, the hint classy, and a surprisingly monstrous compliment puller. Yeah, if you smelled this and you told me, I don't know how good that's gonna be, man. Like, I don't know if that's really gonna stand out above the crowd, even if I gotta shout out loud. Tonight is the only chance to be, God. Oh, that's a goofy movie. But yeah, if you told me, hey, I'm not sure that this is gonna be the one, I would be like, yeah, I agree with you, but wear it. And then you will see. You will see. Last one kind of matches here. I'm liking this scheme. Metallic Musk, Spicebomb. Spicebomb is a weird line, you know? It's like Victor and Rolf, they just keep giving us the bombs. I feel like, you know, they could kick up a second line maybe and try to get a little more going, but they're just rolling with the bombs of spice. This one is surprisingly solid. The name, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think the name sucks. Metallic Musk, the first time I heard it, I was like, that is boring. It sounds awful. I don't like it. I feel like a lot of people, just in general, if you go, hey, I got a new fragrance in this lineup, the name is essentially Musk, you know, the version of the fragrance Musk. They'll go, Musk, yeah. Because in a lot of people's minds, not everybody, of course, not everybody, but a lot of people's minds, when you say like a Musk fragrance, they get transported to like 70s, 80s style, and they're just like, well, you know, Jovan Musk. Something like that. This stuff surprisingly rules though. It does have a bit of that Spicebomb similarity to it, basically freshened up. Essentially, this is Victor and Rolf's fresher Spicebomb. I mean, that's really what it is nowadays. The musk is smooth, it's clean, lightly sweet, lightly powdery, but actually has somehow, strangely enough, a little bit of an elegance to it. Still easily worn casually, but it's got a really nice just feel to it. And people are drawn to it. Let's do the giveaway. I gotta find something. One sec. All right, I have a bottle of this that I will give away. Ralph Lauren, Ralph's Club, New York. It's not this bottle, but I have it upstairs. So I'll include that, and I will toss in a random sample vial. This is of a fragrance that never came to be. So essentially you'll be the only one in the world with it, so that's pretty cool. So that'll be the giveaway for this one. If you wanna be entered, the usual stuff, like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. In the comment, let me know your go-to freshy summertime scent, warm weather fragrance, whatever you wanna call it, if you're looking for positive attention. Whatever that is. I'll pick a winner as always with random comment picker posted up on the post tab of the YouTube channel with a bunch of other winners. If you're the winner, hit me up. I will package those up and ship it to you. All right guys, thank you for hanging with me. Stay safe out there, take care of yourself. See you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.